Christie and Cheryl shatter the silence with a revelation that has cast a long, ominous shadow over the sports world. A terrifying secret about Caitlin Clark's injury, one so unsettling that it threatens to unravel the very fabric of competitive athletics.
I was like, Caitlin, just step away and breathe. I think she really did that, and she was ready to get back in here when we came in yesterday for a little bit.
Christie insists that the women's squad must get some much-needed rest after the grueling Olympic Games, hinting at the toll it's taken.
You know, we just keep talking about just kind of getting the muck off. Like, you know, I wanted them to go and just relax, you know, but as a pro athlete, a lot of them aren't going to do that. But, you know, I think they did go get some rest, just looking to get their legs under them.
Did you learn from past Olympic breaks what it takes to come out of that stronger in any way?
Yeah, you know, I had some that were on the Olympic team the last time I was in an Olympic break situation. So we were down, you know, some of our top players. This is great. This is great. We have, you know, other than Christie Wallace, which we were missing her, but good luck to her. We're able to get a lot of good work in, a lot of good breakdown stuff in that's just going to help us in the long run. It's a balancing act. It is, because that's a long time before you play. So it's just about finding ways to get better, finding ways to keep having fun playing basketball, even doing other things off the basketball court. We've really got a lot of things playing for players that are non-basketball related, just team stuff or team bonding and chemistry. So, you know, and they get into that stuff. So it's fun. She had talked about she didn't know if she could turn it off. And that just is what she really needed after coming off that college season. Like, I was like, Caitlin, just step away and breathe. I think she really did that, and she was ready to get back in here when we came in yesterday for a little bit.
She reveals that Caitlin is heading to the doctor for treatment, a concerning development for fans hoping for her swift return.
She's going to get to the doctor, I think, around the 5th, and they're going to look at it and see kind of where she is, and hopefully we can start progressing in a good direction after that.
Not only speaks volumes, it's one thing to be young, and they're learning how to play the game, and they're learning about their mistakes and how to correct them faster. And so they're making those game, in-game and out-of-game adjustments. The only thing I see that's going to happen the older they get is how to stop the run sometimes and how to change, you know, the momentum during games. But this is not a team people want to play, because not only are they getting better, but they're confident and they show no fear.
Christie boldly claims that Caitlin had the potential to be the best, leaving us to wonder what this injury might mean for her future.
Caitlin, I had the opportunity to have some interaction with the Honda Cup Award winner. So not a whole lot of time, and we had a quick embrace after her first win against the Sparks in the tunnel. Angel, not a whole lot, if any. So I've been able to step back and watch from afar. I love and appreciate the rivalry. I love what they've done for the women's game from a collegiate level to now, and it's working. And it was only a matter of time. And great narratives, great storylines. But now the bottom line comes down to one thing. It's about basketball, and it's about wins. And both these young ladies and their teams, people don't want to face them down the stretch, because now it's starting to click. It's clicking in Chicago, and it's starting to click in Indiana. So that's my job now, is to pay it forward, not sit up there and stay in Caitlin or Angel or the younger players, or even the current players now, to stay in their ear. It's for me to lead by example. And anytime that they call on me, whether it's the collegiate level or the dub, I'm here to be of service.
Cheryl emphasizes the necessity for strong leadership and decisive action in negotiations, advocating for a firm stance to achieve the desired outcomes. With her statement, Cheryl underscores her role as a pioneer and leader, serving as a guiding example for the kind of strong, visionary leadership she believes is essential for the future of the game.
We need tough and fair negotiators and visionaries, and we need a bully. We need a bully behind the table that's willing to say, you know, we'll break up the pieces and go from there. But there's a certain number bigger than 2 that we want.
Caitlin Clark recently shared her reflections on her interactions with Cheryl Miller and Reggie Miller, highlighting their influence and the impact they've had on her. Caitlin's admiration for the Miller family is evident. She appreciates both Cheryl and Reggie for their contributions to basketball and for being remarkable individuals. Cheryl Miller's infectious energy and positive spirit have left a lasting impression on Caitlin. Their playful interactions and Cheryl's humility, even in a coaching role, highlight the unique bond they share. Being in the presence of Cheryl Miller and Eddie Myers, who have both significantly impacted basketball, is a source of inspiration for Caitlin. Their achievements and continued influence in the sport serve as a testament to their legacy and dedication.
Gosh, I love Cheryl. I love her brother too. He's awesome. Obviously a Pacer too. We were in a little commercial together, so I love their family. They're just awesome people, and one of the best that's ever played the game. So I've known Cheryl for a little while now. I think her energy, that's what I love about her. Like, it's just contagious, and it's fun. Like, I called her coach and she was like, I don't know about that yet. You'll have to see how I do during the game. So no, but it's super fun. Honestly, like, that's the main reason I'm not doing it is, like, to be honest, I'm pretty mentally, physically, emotionally exhausted. I've been competing for a year straight, and at times that probably can seem pretty easy to most people, but it's really hard and really taxing.
Caitlin Clark candidly shares the toll that continuous competition has taken on her. The mental, physical, and emotional exhaustion from a year of relentless effort highlights the often unseen challenges faced by athletes. Despite the perception that her journey may seem easy to outsiders, Caitlin emphasizes the hard and taxing nature of maintaining such a high level of performance.
Well, it's truly an honor, and it's obviously a first for me to be coaching without a salary. It's completed full circle, coming full circle, and getting the opportunity to coach these great players and be a part of the Dove, and again, to be back in my backyard in Phoenix, it's amazing. Coming in and asking your players, your team, what do you guys want to run? You already know who you're playing against, and being able to step back and watch them operate and see the wheels turning. And yeah, let's run this zipper. No, let's do this step. Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, let's do, not naming out all the plays and everything else, but a unique collaboration with the best players in the world. I mean, what coach on this planet wouldn't want to be in this situation? And now my job is to stand back, roll out the ball, and be the cheerleader, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Cheryl reflects on her journey and the significance of returning to Phoenix, emphasizing the honor and privilege of coaching elite players. Cheryl's collaborative approach stands out as she engages with her team, encouraging their input and fostering a dynamic and interactive coaching environment. Cheryl embraces her role with enthusiasm, finding joy in supporting and cheering on her team. Her approach underscores the balance between leadership and collaboration, highlighting the unique experience of coaching some of the best players in the world.
I was just imagining I'm looking to my right, and I've got Jennifer Gillum. I'm looking to my left, I got Michelle Timms. And then in front of me, I got Bridget Pettis. And all of a sudden, I'm feeling our team. And this is the house that they built. And a community that supported us and opened their arms to us. And we talked about and mentioned legacy. That facility is for everybody that came through, who started at the very beginning and were a part of the creation of the X Factor.
Cheryl envisions the presence of iconic players like Jennifer Gillum, Michelle Timms, and Bridget Pettis, highlighting the foundation they laid for the team. She emphasizes the strength and unity that these players brought to the court. Cheryl underscores the importance of legacy, recognizing the contributions of those who were there from the start. The X Factor, representing the team's fan base and community, is a testament to the enduring support and commitment that has fueled their journey. Cheryl Miller's reflections highlight the deep connections within the team, the community's embrace, and the lasting impact of those who have shaped the legacy of women's basketball. As she stands among legends, Cheryl's vision for the future is rooted in the strength and unity forged by the past.
It not only speaks volumes, it's one thing to be young and they're learning how to play the game, and they're learning about their mistakes and how to correct them faster. And so they're making those game, in-game and out-of-game adjustments. The only thing I see that's going to happen the older they get is how to stop the run sometimes, and how to change, the momentum during games. But this is not a team people want to play, because not only are they getting better, but they're confident and they show no fear.
Cheryl Miller shared her insights on the growth and development of young players, emphasizing their ability to learn, adapt, and become formidable competitors. Cheryl highlights the critical learning curve for young players, focusing on their ability to make quick adjustments and the future challenges they will learn to overcome. As they mature, their tactical understanding and ability to shift the game's momentum will become more refined. Cheryl emphasizes the growing confidence and fearlessness of these young players. Their rapid improvement and unshakable confidence make them a formidable team that opponents will dread facing. Cheryl Miller's reflections underscore the dynamic development of young athletes. As they continue to learn and grow, their increasing confidence and ability to adapt will make them a force to be reckoned with in the world of basketball.
That is hands down better than probably, and I'm not inflating this number, probably 98% of the NBA do not have a practice facility like that, with all the bells and whistles, and the bells and whistles that make sense. And now you have, Matt's done a tremendous job. And I was telling the players this, it's one thing to be rich, it's one thing to have a lot of money. It's another thing when you invest your own money and you're smart about it and you're passionate about it. And that's what Matt is. And Matt has raised the bar and served notice that this is how the standard is for women athletics.
Cheryl emphasizes the exceptional quality of the practice facilities, noting that they surpass those of most NBA teams. The state-of-the-art amenities and thoughtful design stand out as a testament to the commitment to excellence. Cheryl commends Max's dedication and smart investments, highlighting how his passion and strategic spending have set a new standard for women's sports. The emphasis on high-quality facilities reflects a broader commitment to advancing women's athletics. Cheryl Miller's reflections showcase the remarkable advancements in women's sports facilities and the importance of passionate, intelligent investment. The raised standards signify a new era for women's athletics, driven by those who believe in and support their potential.
I've honestly, I've always been somebody that's watched film, so I don't think it's really changed. Film doesn't lie. You think one thing happens in the game, it's not going to lie to you. You go back and watch it. So whether it's good, bad, ugly, I think it's a great way to learn. But at the same time, when I go back and watch with one of our coaches, we also watch the good stuff, see the stuff that you did well. It doesn't always have to be just the bad stuff. You find plenty of ways to learn, but also find the ways that you improved and got better, and just continue to replicate that from game to game, and then improve on the ways that you didn't. But yeah, I don't think it's changed much. I've always been a film watcher and somebody that, wants to learn from game to game and then also watch film of our next opponent.
Cheryl highlights the undeniable truth that film reveals, providing an objective view of what really happened during a game. This honest feedback is invaluable for growth and development. Cheryl underscores the importance of recognizing and celebrating successes along with learning from mistakes. By watching both the positive and negative aspects of their performance, athletes can gain a comprehensive understanding and build confidence. Cheryl Miller's reflections reveal the holistic approach to learning through film, where both achievements and areas for improvement are analyzed. This balanced perspective helps athletes refine their skills and maintain a positive outlook on their progress.
This is not a team people want to play because not only are they getting better, but they're confident and they show no fear. So with that being said, I know the mindset of the players that I have the opportunity and honor to coach, and they want to win.
Cheryl Miller offers her insights on the all-star team dynamics.
What's your perspective been of how they've been trending and just them individually as well?
I will say one thing. I did not count on their basketball IQ being that high. I knew it was high, obviously, because they play at this level.
She emphasizes the importance of collaboration for success.
But it's one thing to know knowledge, it's another thing to talk about and speak and then put it into pieces and places. But it was a great collaboration with all the players.
Cheryl believes Indiana's future in women's basketball is very bright.
But Indiana has a very, very bright future.
For being how young they are, too, that basketball IQ speaks volumes.
It not only speaks volumes, it's one thing to be young, and they're learning how to play the game, and they're learning about their mistakes and how to correct them faster.
Rookies must master stopping the run and shifting game momentum.
And so they're making those game, in-game and out-of-game adjustments. The only thing I see that's going to happen the older they get is how to stop the run sometimes and how to change, the momentum during games.
The players are improving, showing confidence and fearlessness.
This is not a team people want to play because not only are they getting better, but they're confident and they show no fear. They're fearless.
It's all fun until the ball is tossed up. Then it's game time.
My mindset is their mindset. So it's all fun and games until the ball is tossed up. And then it's on. And these guys are competitors at both ends. And we're just going to go out there and give it a great show.
This wave of momentum reflects the journey of women's basketball.
So do you think that with your team this year is in the same position to do that globally for the WNBA brand?
I mean, I think it's been, it's been happening, prior even to this team. This momentum, this wave, that we're feeling, it has been sort of this kind of journey for women's basketball to get the attention that it is, getting at this point. So I think we mirror what's happening, obviously in the WNBA. And, I think hopefully this team can uphold, sort of the culture and the level of success and compete. But I don't necessarily know that this team is going to be, the team that changes things. I think we're continuing to, be on that upward trajectory, and this team has absolutely been a part of that.
Hey, Coach, what does it tell you about the overall talent right now in women's basketball that, you've got the best team chosen in the world to play the Olympics, and then you just got beaten by a group of people in the NBA who seem to be just as talented?
In the NBA, it felt like we were guarding somebody from the NBA tonight, I think we know this. Everybody in this room, you're here because you've been watching women's basketball. I assume you're not new to it, right? So the depth, we've said this for years, the depth of talent that we have in the USA, that it is there's no one.
They call on me, whether it's the collegiate level or the dub. I'm here to be of service.
She discusses the profound impact of Diana Taurasi on the sport.
As you talked about the new wave in college basketball entering the W and some of the current crop of W players, are there any players that remind you of you? And if so, who are they?
No. And each of these young ladies, they're one of a kind. And when I watch women's basketball, like you said, from the collegiate side to the dub, there's a collection of me's. That's what I see, a collection of me's.
Sure. When you talk about, to kind of piggyback off legacy, but to be back, like you said yesterday, at the practice facility, and Diana Taurasi, I was here for a career here in Phoenix. You were an Olympian, but to play in 6 Olympics, what can you say about her that probably hasn't already been said?
Longevity. Diana is a remarkable human being, an athlete, and she is the model of how to play the game the right way, take care of your body off the court, and such an ambassador for the game. And I just love that she's being honored, celebrated, and again, she gets it. She understands and embraces the legends, the current, and the future. And we need more people like DT out there and leading the way. And I couldn't be prouder for her and for this organization and for the Dove. If this is her last year, man, what a heck of a career she's had. Tremendous.
Set in for me for quite some time. I want my legacy to be the impact that I can have on young kids.
I think it's, it is what it is. It's whatever they see on the videos, what they're going to call. But I think we could have responded a little better.
The WNBA game is always intense and physical, like a non-stop showdown of strength and strategy.
The WNBA game has always been physical, has always been violent. Everybody is getting fouled hard, not just Caitlin Clark, but everybody is getting fouled.
Caitlin's stepping up big time, poised to lead our squad to new heights.
Hey, Caitlin, we're watching you evolve. We're watching your game evolve a little bit, and we're seeing you become more of a vocal leader to the team.
Clark's aggressive gameplay lead to potential disciplinary action.
The question of whether Caitlin Clark faces suspension due to flagrant fouls looms large in discussions surrounding her performance. As a prominent player in her sport, Clark's aggressive style of play has occasionally led to incidents that raise concerns about potential disciplinary actions.
Caitlin's string of flagrant fouls has stirred up some serious talk about her future on the court.
Her recent accumulation of flagrant fouls has heightened speculation about her future on the court.
It's a foul. We have a technical foul on the play. Minnesota will shoot one shot, and the play will resume from the point of interruption.
You hear the announcement here.
Fans and analysts alike are closely monitoring how league officials will address these infractions, as any suspension could have significant implications for both Clark and her team's upcoming games.
Here's how Caitlin got a technical foul.
Called a transition take foul. They will, and now Clark gets a T in addition. And
yeah, okay. Certainly deserved the technical.
That's St. Lawrence.
When Clark got in the face of Seattle Storm guard Victoria Vivians and the two were hit with double technical fouls, it was Clark's third technical foul in the first 9 games of her WNBA career. WNBA rules stipulate that players get suspended for a game when they receive their 7th technical foul of the season and an additional game for every other technical after that. They also receive an $800 fine.
On the play.
Yeah, it seemed like a really pivotal point in the game in the third quarter with the Dolson challenge. Seemed like you were talking to the refs for a long time. Seemed like you disagreed with it. What were you saying to them?
I mean, I don't know. I guess they saw something differently. Obviously, AB, it's tough when AB's in foul trouble for us. That stinks for her. Just couldn't really get her into a flow and get her on the floor much, just because she played 20 minutes just because of her foul trouble. But I thought when she was in there, she was obviously pretty effective, 3 for 4. But I think they went on a 10-0 run after that call was reversed, and it would have been an and one. So I think that just kind of shows our maturity. We have to find a way to be able to move on from that. Yeah, we didn't get the call, but we need to stop right now, because I think at that point it was a 10 or 12 point game. We weren't out of it by any means, and then we let it balloon to a 20 plus game. So I think it's, it is what it is. It's whatever they see on the videos, what they're going to call. But I think we could have responded a little better. But I think there was a few moments in the game where it was like we just couldn't get it to go our way.
The reaction from folks is getting pretty toxic over it.
I think the conversation overall about Caitlin Clark and the reaction that we're seeing from a lot of people has become a bit toxic, because I think this incident is getting mushed in with how people have been playing defense on Caitlin Clark, how physical they've been on Caitlin Clark, some of the comments from some of the greats in the WNBA before Caitlin Clark got in. It's all kind of getting put into this pot of Caitlin Clark hate. And I think it's more nuanced than that. I think there are a lot of things that's happening with Caitlin Clark in the start of her career that are very normal to a lot of sports. You often see players who are in the league or players who have played before or greats have opinions about new rising stars in the league. That is not uncommon. That's not exclusive to women's sports. It's not exclusive to men's basketball. We can pull so many examples of that. You often see rookies get played very tough, get a little message shown to them, especially if they're coming into the league with a lot of hype. That also is not new. I think what is very specifically unique about this situation is we are seeing a transcendent crossover superstar come into the league and have a huge amount of buzz, of polarization, of excitement. It is translating in numbers. It is translating in ticket sales. It is translating in conversation. And overall, I think that's a good thing. I don't think that what Kennedy did is a reflection of how the entirety of the league feels. I don't think it's a reflection of how all female athletes feel. And I don't think it's a reflection of how the media feels.
I mean, there's some hate going on, right? And we all can see it. I think what Joey just talked about is important, because not everything is hate, right? I feel like sometimes if somebody does something to a player, right, that's being hated on, you just throw that right in there with it. And that's not the case. They are pushing her a certain way. Like, I don't mind guarding a rookie, from inbound to inbound, because she is that good. She deserves that type of attention. But my thing is, like, when you look at this play from Kennedy, though, right, like, there's no basketball part of that. And the game doesn't need that in any sport. If it's basketball, women or men, there's no, you call out her name and then what is that, right? And let me help you people out for a second. Kennedy Carter is her name. I know a lot of you guys don't know who that is. She actually got drafted 4th overall, right? 2020. She's been on 3 teams so far. So a player like that's not known, that's trying to get her name out there, they do stuff like that. In the NBA, they have that. They have Dylan Brooks. They got guys like that. So I understand it, but my problem is when you talk about hate, that's hate. There's no basketball part in the game.
You may call it hate. What I will call it is envy. What we are seeing with Caitlin Clark is envy, and let me define it for so many of y'all, because they're human. I'm not surprised that we're seeing envy, but envy, a feeling of discontented or resentful longing aroused by someone else's possessions, qualities, or luck. With Caitlin Clark, it's not at all luck. But what we're seeing, and not generalizing, not by every WNBA player, but by some, I believe Kennedy Carter in that specific incident, is envy. Because post-game, when you go to the presser and you don't want to answer questions about Caitlin Clark, why? You answer questions about other individuals, but you don't want to answer questions about Caitlin Clark. I believe what we are seeing is envy.
It's a tough situation in WNBA, where every game's a battle of grit and hustle.
Now, it's a tough situation because the WNBA game has always been physical, has always been violent. Everybody is getting fouled hard, not just Caitlin Clark, but everybody is getting fouled. It's a very, very physical game. So I really don't know what you can do as a commissioner without really changing the game for Caitlin Clark. I don't know what you can do. But with this whole situation and watching what unfolded in this situation with Kennedy, a couple things stood out to me. Number one, I did not like Angel Reese standing up and clapping on the sideline, because it kind of lets me know that this is something that has been talked about, that is on our minds. Like, we are going to send this girl a message.
But it was good to get a little reset, and I feel like I was definitely kind of ready to get back here and get playing basketball again. So
Caitlin Clark reflected on her recent break from basketball, sharing her thoughts on how it impacted her readiness for the game. She said, "It went fast, but it was good to get a little reset." This statement highlights the rapid pace of her time off. Yet she acknowledges the importance of taking a moment to recharge.
Gosh, probably my early years of college, like after the season, maybe my sophomore year of college. Other than that, I was pretty busy. I think my junior year, I played so long my junior year, and then obviously my senior year, I I came right here. So that's probably my sophomore year of college, so it's been a while. I read a book. I wasn't on my phone much, so it was really nice, yeah. Just kind of relaxed. It was weird for sure.
Caitlin Clark reminisced about her early college years and how she managed her time. She said, "Probably my early years of college, like after the season. Maybe my sophomore year of college." This indicates that her sophomore year was one of the few times she found some downtime. Clark is highlighting how busy her schedule was during her junior and senior years, dedicating most of her time to playing basketball. Clark describes how she spent her rare free time away from the court, enjoying simple pleasures like reading a book and disconnecting from her phone, which she found to be a strange but pleasant experience.
I definitely feel like I have my legs under me a little bit more, like just feel a little more refreshed, but once you get kind of back in the groove of things, you get a little sore too because you haven't really competed much over the course of the last week. So just getting back into the rhythm of that too, and it'll be good. Like lifting weights, you can kind of go a little bit harder knowing that you don't have to like be cautious of a game coming up. I think also like our practices, we've been going hard. Like this is a time for us to really get better and work on things that we need to work on. So we're going for about 2 hours, sometimes more. We're lifting before, trying to work out on my own too. So it feels like a normal summer for me. That's like kind of what I'm used to from college. Like that's what you did in college. You worked out basically all day.
Clark describes how she spent her rare free time away from the court, enjoying simple pleasures like reading a book and disconnecting from her phone, which she found to be a strange but pleasant experience. Clark explains the physical and mental process of returning to basketball after a brief break, feeling refreshed, but also dealing with the initial soreness as she gets back into the rhythm of competition. Clark emphasizes the importance of utilizing practice time to focus on improvement and address specific areas that need attention. Clark points out that without the immediate pressure of an upcoming game, she and her teammates can push themselves more in their workouts.
To be considered the GOAT, you got to have GOAT-like performances, and Caitlin Clark had a GOAT-like performance.
I don't think Angel should be criticized at all. No matter which way it goes, she should never be criticized for what she did. I'm just one that competes, and she competed. So I think everybody knew there was going to be a little trash talk in the entire tournament.
To be considered the greatest of all time, you need to deliver performances that are nothing short of extraordinary. Caitlin Clark exemplified this with her remarkable performance. It's crucial to note that Angel shouldn't face any criticism for her actions. Competing at such a high level naturally involves some level of trash talk, and this was anticipated throughout the tournament. Both athletes demonstrated their competitive spirit, and that's what makes the game exciting and intense.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, I think. Obviously, as two rookies, like getting to share this experience for the first time, like it's super rare to be here as a rookie, and then to have two of us here, I think it's just really great overall. I think obviously the fans are going to be very excited about it, but I'm excited to share the court honestly with everybody. Like meeting new people, this is my first experience here. Obviously know these two, but everybody else, like just getting to know them over the course of the weekend and enjoying the experience.
Caitlin Clark's enthusiasm and openness to new experiences highlight the excitement and camaraderie that come with being part of such a high-level event. Especially as a rookie, her journey is just beginning, and her positive attitude and stellar performances already set her apart as one to watch. As she navigates through her first experience at this event, Caitlin's ability to connect with fellow players and embrace the spirit of the game speaks volumes about her character. It's not just about the on-court achievements, but also about the relationships built and the memories made along the way. Caitlin's presence is a testament to the bright future of the sport, and her journey is one that fans and fellow athletes alike will be eager to follow.
It's just competitiveness. Obviously from the game last year, two great players playing against each other, helping grow the game. So, of course I'm happy to be a part of it because we're helping grow women's basketball. I'm excited. I'm going to Paris, so I'm going to be able to go and just get some time away, work out a little bit, shop. I'm a vintage shopper, so being able to go over there and get some exclusive pieces or it's something I'm looking forward to doing. To really worry about those other players. We did a lot of film on those other players, of course, because she wins with 30 and they lose with 30. She has 30, so.
Angel Reese recently shared her thoughts on the competitive nature of the game and her upcoming plans, reflecting on her recent performances and the current state of women's basketball. Angel's excitement extends beyond her on-court achievements. She's looking forward to her upcoming trip to Paris.
Practice facility is amazing, and obviously the court being named after DT, like that's something she really deserves, and I think it's super cool. And I think their owner Matt HBO has done a great job of not only putting on this whole weekend, but being very invested into their team and giving them all the resources in the world to be great. I think it's something that is needed, and they definitely deserve it. But yeah, I mean, it's cool for us to share this experience together as two young players in this game, and there's so many young stars. I think like it's going to continue to grow forward, and yeah, I mean, that's kind of what he came and talked to us. Their owner came and talked to us after practice today, and that's what he kind of said. Like, we want this to be the start of continuing to just move the game forward and being celebrated and give you guys everything that you deserve. So I think it was a super cool opportunity.
Caitlin expressed her enthusiasm about the opportunity to be part of this experience and the broader context of young talent in the game. Clark's reflections capture the essence of the current moment in women's basketball. A time of honoring the past, celebrating the present, and eagerly anticipating a bright future for the sport. Her appreciation for the recognition of Diana Taurasi and the support from the team's leadership underscores her commitment to advancing the game and contributing to its growing legacy.
I think it's been the same mindset. When I was in college, Coach Mulkey kind of made it a thing that I need to be getting rebounds, and if I don't get rebounds, then like it's not good enough. So I think that's just kind of my mindset, and my teammates expect that out of me. So I try to keep my expectations high and just try to never let my teammates down.
Angel's drive and determination were evident from her college days. Her coach, Kim Mulkey, instilled in her the importance of rebounding and playing tough defense. Angel's commitment to her team and her high expectations for herself have shaped her into the formidable player she is today. Her relentless pursuit of excellence on the court reflects her dedication to not only her personal growth, but also the success of her team. This mindset has driven her to consistently perform at her best, contributing significantly to the game and inspiring her teammates to do the same.
I love Caitlin. We've been competing since we were in AAU. I mean, AAU days, we've always competed. I remember she was at all Iowa Tech.
Obviously, Cheryl, she's like one of the pioneers of our game and just an awesome individual. Like, her personality just radiates. Like, being around her, it just makes you smile. Like, she's just such a cool human. So for her to get to coach us, like, super exciting for me. I was super excited when I heard that news. Like, just a great opportunity to be around somebody that's given so much to this game and to get to enjoy this, my first experience with her, honestly.
Media exposure. Is there any second guessing here about not having Clark on the Olympic team?
From me? No.
Their competitive history dates back to their early days in AAU, where their rivalry began and continued to evolve over the years. Cheryl's influence and presence are profoundly impactful. Known for her vibrant personality and contributions to the sport, Cheryl has been a source of inspiration and joy for those around her. Angel's excitement about being coached by Cheryl highlights the respect and admiration she holds for this pioneer. Angel cherishes the opportunity to learn from and be around Cheryl, acknowledging the significance of this moment in her career. The excitement of being coached by someone who has profoundly shaped the game adds a special layer to her experience. Despite the intense competition, Angel maintains a clear perspective on team decisions, emphasizing her confidence and focus on the collective goal. Her journey, marked by significant rivalries and guided by influential mentors, continues to shape her path in the sport.
I marveled. It was a tough. I mean, we talked about her having to take tough shots, tough threes.
No, they did personally ask me, but I just want to enjoy my first All-Star and just being able to watch everything and enjoy the moment.
With a shooter, not just a shot taker, but a shot maker. Welcome in Caitlin Clark, the phenomenal freshman out of Iowa.
Something's afoot, okay? Happy Black History Month. But Iowa just played Maryland, and there was definitely a disparity in coverage between two main players, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Now,
Angel acknowledges the challenging shots Caitlin Clark takes and appreciates the skill required. Despite the competitive edge, there's mutual respect for each other's abilities. Angel is eager to savor her first All-Star experience, focusing on the joy of the moment and the thrill of being part of such a significant event. The introduction of Caitlin Clark highlights her impressive talent and impact as a freshman at Iowa. Angel recognizes Caitlin as both a formidable competitor and a remarkable shooter. Angel notes the media coverage disparity between her and Caitlin, especially in the context of their recent game between Iowa and Maryland. This observation brings attention to broader issues of representation and recognition in sports.
I mean, I have quite a few obligations that I have to go to. I mean, a lot, honestly, with brand partners, so my schedule is pretty packed on top of everything else that I have to do. And I mean, honestly, the thing I'm most excited for is obviously to get a break and to enjoy that, and then obviously enjoy all the festivities that the WNBA has to offer this weekend, and continue to grow the game in that way. I think honestly, once I get back to Indianapolis and once the season ends, like getting into the community there, like that's my new home, and enjoying that and connecting with them, because I just moved to the city and like I didn't really get to meet them or know them or really get involved in the community that much. Like I just started playing basketball there. That's all I do.
Angel's schedule is filled with numerous commitments, from brand partnerships to various obligations, reflecting her growing influence both on and off the court. Amidst her busy schedule, Angel looks forward to taking a well-deserved break and fully immersing herself in the All-Star Weekend festivities. Her enthusiasm for the event highlights her commitment to contributing to the growth of women's basketball. Angel's dedication extends beyond the court